Murder, I've been thinking about this killing spree. I will murder you and then I'll turn around and murder, I've been thinking about this killing spree. I will murder you and then I'll turn around and murder me.
We're gonna skip around a little bit. I mean, you can go listen to the whole song if you want. I mean, alright, look, this video has been a long time coming. I don't really want to waste any more time than just simply introducing the topic and getting the into it, because this is kind of the utmost importance. We're talking today about a content creator with just about 100,000 subscribers who is an actual child predator, an actual pedophile, who up until just earlier today had a Discord server with 20,000 people where he was expressing how he wants to everything from children to people to animals. I'm revisiting this guy after covering him for the first time a year and a half ago, because he has gotten so much worse. Like I said, I really do not want to waste time. I really do not want to waste time with your stupid fucking PNG segment bullshit. So we're just gonna get right into it. The last thing I'm gonna say is thank you to all the channel members. If you want to be channel members, $2 a month. Their names are gonna be flying by you in a second. Thank you to all those. Couldn't fuck me. Just call me young lucky. Thank God he's your task, cause otherwise still be a slave, kissing ass.
SHoizz is like a shitty fucking animator who makes these garbage, like horny clickbait animations that range from anywhere between 10 seconds to a minute long. The premise of the joke of the animation is usually just like sex or boobies or nudity or something like that, and you get a lot of like little kids that are curious to click on videos like that. Pretty self-explanatory. For example, this is SHoizz's most popular animation of the baller meme hitting a woman with a ball and then taking her off screen to rape her.
Welcome to the YouTube Partner Program.
Now, at the time, the video that I made on young SHoizz, it went over some of my detractors may argue were not very important issues, like fervent racism and such, calling black people monkeys and other just like racist shit, like stuff like that, and also his history of just pretty predatory behavior, using his Discord server that like allowed like kids to like access the NSFW channels, and also his like weird history stalking this, like just stalking and like being a creep to like people in general. And all this fell onto my desk a year and a half ago because one of his former friends like reached out to me and gave me all of this, and I was just chilling like sometime like a week and a half ago, and they came back and they were like, hey, he's gotten worse. He just like uses his server now to just like openly talk about how he wants to underage girls, and to know that like this dude has almost 100,000 fucking subscribers. He has 91,000 subscribers, and he fucking goes in his Discord server posting about like all the fucking underage characters he wants to rap. It's not exclusive to characters, by the way. He also just like, he says to like people that he's friends with, like just really creepy shit around them. I really feel bad for these people. Like, you gotta have no self-respect to stay there and like tolerate that through everything. Sexual harassment on like a daily basis by SHoizz, and you're just like, no, I think I'll stick around a little. In my last video, this is building on, and I also want to touch on some things from the last video. I'll touch on them at the end of this one though, just for like brevity's sake. But in the last video, I briefly got into what cunny is. And boy, that's a way to start a sentence. Cunny is like refers to like a set of like well, it just means like children's genitalia, like lolly stuff, really just disgusting shit like that. And there's a set of dog whistles that go along with it. Dog whistles like, you know, this and this and this. I explained them briefly in the video. They all originate from a Japanese Twitter, and SHoizz is like, his fucking server is flooded with that. It is flooded. It is absolutely filled to the brim with it. There's this game that he's like a big fan of, and look, no offense to people that like this game, but like, the more I have been forced to learn about this, the more I've just been like learning the fucking Epsteinian lore. Jesus Christ. Blue Archive is a game that has a bunch of lolicons on it, and it's like because it consists of a bunch of underage characters. A fair amount of the characters they don't even disclose the age on, which makes it really popular among pedophiles like SHoizz, because then they can sexualize a character that looks like a fucking child and then just point to the wiki page and go, I don't know. I don't know. I gotta stop ruffling my hair every like 3 seconds. SHoizz is a big he's a big Blue Archive fan. He's such a big Blue Archive fan. He actually named his server just SHoizz Archive. At first that name confused me. I thought it was like an older version of the server or something. No, it's just because he's like that much of a, you know, he's really just following in the fucking Epsteinian footsteps here. Jesus Christ. It's just enamored me that there are places like this on the internet. There are places like this, like SHoizz's fucking community, where you can just go in and like everybody there is some kind of fucked up, at least fucked up enough that if you go in there and you're like, hey guys, kids are pretty hot, usually you'll get like people being like, I fully agree with your statement. I could not agree more. SHoizz, you want me to just rattle through some messages of his that I found in here? Okay, here's somewhere he says, do I even want to read this? This goes on my record if I read this message right here. Or this one. I don't think I really want to, because like, even in the context of this video where it's like obviously applicable, you know, like a Huckleberry Finn, you know, type scenario, I don't want people to like clip that out of context. I'll just tell you a little bit about what happened after I put my video up. So after I put my video up, one of the only good things that they did is they age locked the NSFW channels, also known as the bare fucking minimum. You know, I have a positive impact, changing the world, you know, one fucking server at a time. They locked the NSFW channels. Wow, thanks. Except SHoizz has since then made remarks like, do I care about the kids in this server? No. And maybe if we just open up the NSFW channels again, we would get more boosts. Dude. He's like shooting himself with the foot at every single possible whatever. So, you know, they lock the age, they lock the NSFW channels on the surface. Good thing, you know, except for the stuff I just mentioned. And the other thing that happened after I put the video up is SHoizz actually filed a false privacy complaint against my video, which technically should be grounds to get his YouTube channel taken down. Like, he knowingly filed a false complaint, and like, he doesn't even have plausible deniability here. I've actually heard from people who are former friends of his that he was like just straight up joking about this false privacy complaint when he submitted it. I have testimony from multiple people on. I confronted him on it, and then he just fucking unfriended me because he's a big old pussycat. And by the way, the thing that he was claiming privacy over is what was a fucking Discord conversation. It was a Discord conversation that was just like leaked, and he didn't like that it was leaked. That's it. It had no like personal private information in it. He just didn't like that it was fucking leaked. And I guess, you know, well, I mean, he certainly didn't appreciate the video I made. I have no remorse, dude. I have no fucking remorse. You fucking post in your server like every single day about how you're gonna rap some character, rap some person. I have no remorse. I have no remorse. Fucking, I hope this slop video blows up and I can pull up your fucking subscribers on my big monitor, pull up my subscribers on the other monitor, and just watch yours run down and mine run up, and I'll just like sit back and fucking, you know, drink your liberal fucking tears, you little bitch. I don't think it will actually have that impact, because like that assumes that the demographic who will, I don't know, subscribe to a channel who's making fucking, you know, Roblox horny clickbait memes are gonna be like, whoa, wait a minute. You know, I may have subscribed to this channel that, you know, just makes like sexual clickbait. That's like the entire premise of the channel. But when you told me that he wants to rape underage girls, SHoizz lost my subscription there. And I tried to talk to him. I'm recording this on a Friday night right now, so I've tried to talk to him for like fucking like I made a ticket. I went into his server earlier today at like 8 in the morning, and I created a ticket in there, and I was, you know, I mentioned him a bunch of times. He was online and he was playing Roblox, and I saw him changing his avatar and shit. So this is his Roblox account, by the way, if you want to go ahead and block that, or, you know, if you like own a game or something and you want to, like, I don't know, hypothetically like blacklist him from your game or something. Yeah, this is Roblox. And I saw him online and I saw him doing all that shit. He just ducked me. He's been ducking me all day. He's gonna duck me the next day and the day after that and the day after that and the day after that. And he's gonna duck me all up until this video comes out, and then it's gonna be like, you know, gone fishing, where you been, buddy? I was looking all over for you. Now I'll do my best to, you know, get this server taken down. Look, I don't do this stuff. I'm not some vigilante out here, you know, you know, saving, you know, all people. I'm making this video because like it's interesting. I think SHoizz is a fucking terrible person, and I think he's a terrible person with a platform bigger than mine. So, you know, at least at the time I am recording this video, he has like about 10,000 more than me, just about. Let's close that gap, everybody. Everybody, fucking, you know, run it up. Like, I guess, like, I'll try to get his server taken down as just like a courtesy, as just a little garnish. The only channel that's really active at this point in there is the fucking NSFW channel, but I'm pretty sure I can get it taken down on the grounds of, you know, him saying fucking shit like this and 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 this. My KD is pretty high, I will say, when it comes to reaping Discord servers. Yeah, my KD is pretty high, especially when it's the server owner himself, you know, saying this shit. Yeah, my KD, I mean, it's looking like a pretty easy 3-pointer right here. I mean, 18,000 member server, you know, fucking ain't shit, gone in the blink of an eye. God, what a valuable community we lost there. You know, this fucking community where we're grooming children into, you know, joining the fucking NSFW channel, even though they're not old enough to be in the NSFW channel. Whoa, how did they get the age verification, SHoizz? How'd they do that? Why'd you give them the age verification? They're not an adult anyways.
Yeah, okay, so as I alluded to at the top, it was about 12:30 p.m. today when his server was voluntarily taken down, all 3 of them. He took them down himself, fearing that this was coming, of course. The moments leading up to the takedown of all of his servers, you could see his moderation team fleeing and f***ing jumping from this, like, burning f***ing, you know, sinking ship. You had moderators in there saying, dude, f***ing gone fishing is gonna f***ing expose us, and then saying that they're out and they're gone. I've had multiple people coming and snitching to me since then. Yeah. You're done for, dude. I'm just saying, you're done for. 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 You're done for.
I would say I'd make like some like eulogy while I'm like pissing on his grave, and say like, you know, he has such a gift, such a talent with animation. God, but he just wasted it. No, fuck that. Like, what? Dude, fucking, I learned how to animate in like 21, and fucking I didn't let that shit consume me. I moved on to bigger and better fucking art forms and like more interesting fucking shit. You want to go work for Pixar, then go, you know, work for fucking Pixar, bitch. Shut up. Your little like horny fucking bait animations or nothing. Go watch like a student fucking film or some shit like that. That's real talent at animation. You just learned how to animate and use fucking Roblox like studio fucking presets and shit. You just press F8 to fucking record that shit and dub it over with sound effects, my dude. I know how you do that shit. I did it all. I did it all back in the day. I did it all to the same degree as you. And I was fucking what? You're like what? The same age as me? I was doing that shit when I was 15, 16, 15, 16. I stopped before I was 17. I'm shocked though. I'm shocked that the guy that talks about, you know, raping, impregnating, and sexualizing fucking girls as young as 3, by the way. I just want to actually put this one in there. Yeah, there's an image that he posted in the NSFW channel that is like, it's a voice actress and all the characters that she's voice acted as, and he's like drooling over all of them, and one of them is a 3-year-old child. He responded to that image with so many cunnies. It's a 3-year-old and a 13-year-old in that image, and they're right next to each other. He posted that in the NSFW channel. There's like so much shit. There's probably even more that I'm gonna like discover like after recording this. So my scope is limited. My scope is limited here, you know. Oh yeah, wait, hold on. Dude, this is how you know someone is like so fucking deep in, like, this is the mark of an actual child predator. SHoizz is so deep in the pit of being a fucking pedophile and liking children. He like actually makes self-aware jokes because he is that deep in just being a child predator. For example, here's a casual conversation where he talks about you know, how he impregnated a minor in a position of power, you know, like being like their sensei or teacher or whatever. And then someone else higher up in the server replies to it with a GIF that says, "It's getting harder and harder to not rape children." Okay, so we're off to a pretty bad start there. And then SHoizz comes in and like just lands this fucking, and it took me a second to even realize that he was making a self-aware joke, but he is. That's how much of a child predator he is, where he's joking. He's like, come on, dude, don't say you want to rape kids. I mean, come on, it's not like kids are attractive, okay? Come on, like, that's how much this dude is a pedophile. He is in the meta irony phase of pedophilia, where children are so attractive to him that anybody who says they aren't is enough to be joked about. Think about that. That's a joke to him. Saying that children aren't attractive, that is a joke to him. That is a punchline. Also, the person who sent the GIF responded to that with who's gonna tell him? I mean, it's like, what, you know, I mean, guy sent a fucking GIF that says it's getting harder and harder to not rape children. Like, I mean, what are we, was there really any ambiguity there? Yes, gone fishing. I think we need to engage in the, frankly, it may be a little uncomfortable, but I think we need to come to, okay, look, I'm going to say this one time and then never again, hopefully. Lolicons burn in hell. Bunch of fucking pedophiles. Yep, I said it. Wow. Whoa, what a bold take that is. Like, I do not care fucking who you are. I don't care what like your justification is, whether it's like they're not real characters, or she's 3,000 years old, or, you know, like some gay shit like that. I don't give a fuck. You're doing fucking mental gymnastics. Anybody else can be like, hey, that's a child. Why do you want to have sex with that child? What makes that child attractive to you? Well, let's say maybe they're like a 3,000-year-old fucking, succubus or whatever, just resembling the body of a 4-year-old girl. That's weird. You're a pedophile. I really want to debate him on like lolly stuff. Oh my god, that would be like actual gladiatorial fucking combat. Except I'd be going in there like with the infantry. SHoizz, he can fucking wield a claymore or whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'll come in there with fucking M16 strapped to that fucking gladiator fight. That's how I'm coming in there, guns a fucking blazing, dude, because I don't need to do mental gymnastics. I can just look at the an image of a child that looks like a child and be like, hey, that's wrong. Actually, maybe you have something wrong with you if you're sexually attracted to that, especially because so many of the situations that SHoizz is like sexually attracted to, and many of these like lolicon closet pedophiles are attracted to, are like situations where there's like a power dynamic that's being abused here. Like how SHoizz has people in his server fucking call him sensei and shit, and he calls himself sensei in the third person. That's like a power dynamic thing. That's like a thing for him. He's like fetishizing being being like a male authority in some underage preteen girl's fucking life, so that he can like take advantage of him. That's like his words. That's his fucking words. I'm so shocked that my favorite the Roblox fucking horny bait animation creator would do this. We're all shocked, right? What's the runtime of this video? 36 minutes on the recording. So we're so shocked. We could get more out of this. The shock is immeasurable. Let's just say it does infuriate me to an extent that like a fair amount of the discourse around people like SHoizz is contained to, oh my god, sex, bro? Are you kidding me? Sex is not on Roblox. You cannot have sex on Roblox. That is against the rules. It's like, he's a fucking pedophile. He says he wants to rape fucking children. And you're like fixating on the fact that he like uses fucking characters with big boobies. There's like a drop down on like when you search up his name, it's like, what's the controversy with SHoizz? And then it answers. It's like, well, the controversy is that he uses fucking big booby rigs. It's like, he says he wants to rape children. I'm just laughing at the utter absurdity of this and how I'm like I'm the fucking gumshoe on the case here. This is like the easiest, most obvious thing ever. You know how I pulled off so many of my early like T-carp busts, I guess, of which this is another one of them? It's because it was so fucking obvious. Just go into any R63 fucking Roblox big booby animator fucking Discord server and you'll find them in there just saying like some pedophilic shit or engaging in pedophilic shit or facilitating an environment that has pedophilic shit. It is not that hard. It is the simplest thing ever. It is not fucking journalism. You know what actual journalism is talking to the damn guys. So I would love to talk to SHoizz, and I'm really gonna try to for this video, but he's been just ducking me since I tried to reach out to him. Hopefully we can resolve that. Hopefully we can have a talk and maybe get into the intricacies of why it's not okay to fantasize about child characters or children in general. A conversation that apparently needs to be had with him. Jesus Christ.
This is life after SHoizz found
alive
at the bottom of a river.
I think you know.
What a crime it must have been made back. If you hate me, just say that.
Starfish is literally wishing on the death of another fellow content creator.
Yeah. Fucking lose all your bubbles in Minecraft, SHoizz. You fucking pedophile. What are you gonna say? Death threat? Pussy? You fucking talk about raping children. I don't give a fuck. Dude.
And this is the part of the video where I revealed that the entire background footage was just me peering through a fucking door in this fucking game. Yup, cause I'm fucking awesome like that. Yeah, it's called fucking art, actually, you fucking idiot. It's called fucking art. Yeah, I just kinda wanted to, like, kinda churn this video out like butter, because, this dude is disgusting. This dude is disgusting. But I also had secondary reasons for making this video. The other reason that I also wanted to make, I don't know, a video like this is because, like, the last video I made kind of, like, fumbled the bag, I'm gonna be honest with you, to put it in, like, you know, popular terminology. I think it left a lot of people with, like, a lot of runaways. And, like, there were certain things that I said in the video, like, this.
None of it was enough for me to at least conclusively say that he was gonna kill people. You know, I don't think he's a danger to anybody.
They just, like, don't really go over super well. Even, like, in context, they just, like, weren't super great to say. Like, I don't think I did enough of a good job of painting Catcell as, like, the actually f***ed up person as he is. Because the initial idea for the video going into it was, like, it was gonna be baked in, like, 12 f***ing layers of irony, and I could have done it so much better and done it in a way where it was much more convincing. But I think that video just probably, I think it left a lot of people just feeling like, what did he mean by this? What did he mean by this? Felt like I would just really, you know, really just stake my claims here and say, actually, pedophilia is f***ing wrong, if you would believe something as abstract and wacky as that. I'm not gonna, like, f***ing grovel and be like, I'm so sorry for making the video. I think that was just a bit of a tone-deaf, little autismo moment there. So, you know, little bit of an autismo moment there. I just want to parse through my words here so people don't, like, wrongly say that I'm, quote-unquote, like, using autism as an excuse or something. What I mean is that, like, it is hard for me to anticipate how people will react to something, and it is also hard for me to see sometimes outside of my own, like, clouded view of something. So I end up taking something for granted, like, oh, well, yeah, like, this is ironic, or I'm doing this in jest, or I'm, you know, just joking here. And I take that for granted, and other people are obviously not gonna have an interpretation like that. What I'm saying at the end of the day is, like, I'm kind of retarded, okay? I'm kind of retarded. Plenty of things I've done, you know, they're just, like acts of sheer stupidity, and this is just one of them, where I failed to interpret for even a second how other people would say it. You know, because there's shit I look back on, like, videos that I've made, like, years ago that I guess at the time when I was, you know, crafting it or making it, I was really thinking, like, oh, yeah, like, this is f***ing awesome and I love it, it's great. And then I come back and I'm like, wow, this is, insufferable, this is, unwatchable. And I feel like that's the case with the Catcell video. My initial intention, like, going into it was to satirize my, you know, I guess, like, relationship, quote unquote, with this person, you know, like that I've known them for like 2 years, while also touching on like the seriousness of all the things he's done. But because of like the kind of improv form and also just like pure like incompetence in some parts, it came across to people more as me like covering up for someone that I am legitimately friends with. And it just, like, sucks for me when I am in my head, like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna release this, like, big, like, machismo, a badass video about, like, you know, calling out this guy for being a racist, you know, pedophile, while also, like, being kind of, like, ironic with it. And then I just, like, then it drops, and everybody's like, oh, my God. So you're a fucking pedophile defender. And it sucks to have people run away with false conclusions like that and, you know, point fingers at you saying shit that you know, didn't do or whatever. But, like, you know, that's like my fault. I'm not gonna be like, oh, please like, feel bad for me. Like, that's my fault. That's my fault. That's my fault for like being like incompetent on those parts. So, you know, I'm just kind of retarded. But I guess the more it happens, the better I will get at it. So, you know, yeah. I also wanted to touch on the, you know, cunny, like, lolly arguments in this video because they're really fucking racking my brain and they're awful and disgusting. Cause I discovered all this stuff recently, like this whole, like, cunny sphere and all that bullshit, you know. It was, like, all these bugs under my fucking shoe that I didn't even know they had a whole ecosystem down there, and goddamn, there are, like, communities where you can just go there and be like, hey, guys, I want to fucking underage girls, and everybody will be like, oh, yeah, me too. And SHoizz community is one of them. Blowtorch. Wood chipper. Sharpest rock ever. Sharpest rock ever is my reaction, honestly. Sharpest rock ever. 100 years jail, frankly. But start with sharpest rock ever. Anyways, yeah. Murder, murder, murder. I've been thinking about this killing spree. I will murder you, and then I'll turn around and murder me. Say you never heard of me, but please do me this courtesy. And I don't know what he says after that, because there's no lyrics posted, and he kind of slurs his words there.
Paycheck.